Hello, hello. I am Steph, your Inkblot Oracle. Come on in for a pick a card today. I'm going to reveal in just a moment. Timestamps are below. I just want to say thank you for being here, like, sharing, and subscribing, and we can pitter patter get at her. So if you want to take a nice deep breath, close the eyes, cleanse the palette of your perception, and get ready for the reveal. To choose, if you're going with scroll 1, 2, or 3, any shapes or symbols standing out to you, feel well to comment your choice, your insights, and which order. So there's number 1, and number 2, whoops, and a number 3. All right, I'll see you at your choice. Number 1, let's go. All right, your scroll, my dear. All right, it's very light, bright happening here. Let's see what's going on. Love's in the air. What is love to you? Love, family, friends. You love ice cream, the things that you love. I feel like I'm sitting here saying to myself, I, you, and me, of course, I love this plant in my home. I love that my car is warm in the winter when you warm it up. I feel like I'm not only being grateful for seemingly random or regular things, but I'm like legitimately looking around at my life and taking a moment to acknowledge the love. I love my favorite blanket. I love my couch, the feeling of my slippers, things like that. I love taste. Oh, it's like all the physical senses and physical reality are here, and I'm like really enjoying them. There's a pink lotus. Yeah, there's dancing up here. Almost like flying squirrel style, but it's like, this is how I want to say this. I love the world and the world loves me. And I'm just on top of the world. I feel on top of the love that you offer, that I offer. This is just all very smooshy, and I love it because I don't want that to feel like it is naive or anything less than powerful. It's like in these moments of just, I love my eyes, I love seeing, I love my skin, it's holding my bones in, I love my belly that it can do all these great things to digest food. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? So whatever space this is in, and maybe it's a reminder or a spot or a titch to just say, oh yeah, like, you know, maybe there's things going on in life, in the world, and whatever channel this is in, but in this moment right now, it's like, man, I just love my shoulders. I can roll them and they're mobile. Even if there's a kink or something, and maybe you're healing through something, or you've, you know, body aches and you're like, you know what, but I'm gonna focus on that. Even if there's, say there's a shoulder, I get, you know, nerves and all that kind of good stuff, or stiff neck if you slept wrong, because that's how it happens apparently for me. It's like, even though it might be, you know, restricted right now, it's like I'm still really grateful that I can feel that and move within loving the shoulder and understanding that it's healing right now, and I'm still in love with it. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but it feels all sorts of awesome over here. All sorts of awesome. Something about a shower cap and pink hair. I don't know if you have pink hair, or like, it doesn't have to be pink specifically, but it's like infused with pink auric energy, like punk hair. And you don't, again, you don't have to have punk hair, but there's something about just like the crown of the head, the follicles. It all feels very great. And you know what? Sometimes in If it's gray or a shady day, those are the best days. It's like, oh, I love it when it's gray and rainy and cold and you're inside. And I love that we have heat and a furnace and fuel and mm, mm, mm. And I kind of want to say as well, I will not apologize for just loving up the world and everything that's around you. And also like noticing by contrast what maybe doesn't. And it's like, you know what? Maybe this blanket or these socks are your favorite shirt or once was, or something that we're trying on. And it's like, it just doesn't feel right. You know, the fabric doesn't sit right. The tag is bothering me, or so you know, cut the tag off, or you donate the shirt and you're like, thank you. Thank you. And I love that you're going to give it away or donate it or cut it up into rags and be okay. And be okay. I have here in the Cave of Ice, don't run from the darkness, embrace your shadow side. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at? And maybe this is about loving that. Even what we don't want to look at, but look around it. I don't want to look at that my shoulder hurts as my example, or our back. But I have a back, you know, and it's like, okay. So I'm going to love it. I'm not going to focus on the damningness and the dampness of it hurting or healing. I acknowledge it. And I'm going to do things to love it. Also could be an emotional state. Something is unlocking and unfreezing. And it's kind of like in this weird way, like for having frozen shoulder as an example. Frozen sight on certain things. Yeah, I love that. Cave of Winds. Everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. What do you need in your life that you're not currently getting? Card 11. Okay, thank you. 11, 11, 11. I don't know if you're seeing 11, 11 a lot, or ones are standing out to you. And how, in the spirit of this, the power of one person, you, and the whole ecosystem of you, the emotional body or aura being a reflection of working with, communicating with the physical body, the physical experience, the energetic experience. Even though you are one, there's all these layers to that are reflecting each other. It's communication. It's communication. I'm going to flip this scroll. If you see, sense, or feel anything different, please feel well to comment below. Okay, you have some beings coming in to support. It's this lotus. It's very lotus oriented. And a very new baby bird. You know, like when they're pink. Or like, it could be a possum, but I'm seeing it as a bird. And it comes out of this lotus like a pearl. In the Cave of Hearthfires, you are the... Oh, hold on. I don't have my goggles on. You are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. What thought patterns you need to shift. Card 34. Thank you. I'm seeing it in there along with all the white, if the camera's allowing it to come through. Oh, I see you over there. I'm reaching for this. There's a pet in spirit. They connect with you all the time. Also something about a hamster, if a hamster symbol means anything to you. I feel like I'm a small child, and I'm like specifically Winnie the Pooh. Is it Christopher? So the name Christopher might mean something to you. Or the essence of that. of Winnie the Pooh. There's a woman here with a ponytail. I was going to say long. It is longer, about mid-back, bra length, give or take. And something about the cartoon or the comic strip Dilbert. Is it Dilbert? I think it's Dilbert. Something about office work, maybe. Sorry, come back to that. The sundial. And noticing when we're making decisions, like a sundial telling us the time via sun and shade. And noticing maybe when we're looking at things in our mood, our behavior, our physical body, whatever the thing, all the things, how are we looking at that? We could be all looking at 1 o'clock in this sundial. But our moment of that, of how we're looking at that, is personalized. So yes, it's like there's one sundial, but there's many. It's like the auric bodies in the fields. I hope this is making sense. Cave of Rivers. You create from your own beauty. Sorry, you create your own reality. What did I say? You're so beautiful. I don't even think the word beauty is in there, but maybe the card is beautiful. You create your own reality. What you want wants you to. What do you want to experience? There is romance here, but maybe it's even, and maybe that is for some, the romantic love affair. And for others, it's like, I want passion. I want to feel passion in my environment. And sometimes maybe this is adding a pink pillow or your favorite color. It doesn't have to be pink. It could be a very light indigo, adding an amethyst crystal, changing your bedding, using your favorite cup. Like, it's everywhere. Everywhere. So whatever it is that you want, and I also want to know, because this is another one. So we've had 11, and we've got all the 11s here, and then a 1. Something about seeking, but kind of scanning like that sundial over for up here. What actually gets your attention too? Whew, Cave of Earth. I see you over there. Give me one moment and I will get to you. Card 22. So we've gone from 11 to 22. This is not, I can't read that. This is not your practice life. Decide. What is your inner voice telling you about the dream in your heart? You're very much so connecting to your higher self and heart space, like the heart being the bridge between the human rock in the meat suit and the bag of bones and the brain. But you are listening to your higher self, connecting with that. And I think somewhere along the lines too, when I was speaking, it does feel more feminine, but maybe that's to nurture your masculine energy, to feel supported by one's feminine energy. Maybe it is in a relationship, internal, external as well, none of my business. But it's like that, you know, when you can nurture your masculine energy to feel like a king, if we must and if we may. And then the king to provide to the queen to feel strong in that space as well. I might not be using the right words, but you get the gist. You get the gist. You know, when you pick a partner or a place or a home, you want to feel both masculine and feminine are cared for. It's your dwelling, it's your castle. It doesn't matter how big it is, expensive it is, and all the things. I'm not poo-pooing it, but it's the feel of it. Does it please you? Does it make you feel safe? Are you the source of that? Because I keep coming back to this card here. Here. High heart, high heart. and listening to those intuitions and into it. Are you into it? Are you into person, place, or thing? Are you actually into it? Are you forcing it? Are you trying to, and I say this in the most loving way, and when I say you, I mean I, you, we, me, in whatever regards or respect this is. Are we gaslighting ourselves to be tolerable, to be like, well, maybe I'm being too harsh, or da da da. And sometimes, yeah, we're, we got to find our place to compromise with creation to see where there is growth or expansion or life or death. And then there's other times where I feel like we're like gaslighting ourselves. We're like, I didn't really know. I tried this on. I wanted to like the shirt. I wanted to paint the walls blue, but now that it's here, I'm like, this just makes me feel away. It doesn't mean you have to have any sort of, from moving forward, you've painted your walls blue and you're like, oh, I thought it would bring about an ambiance. And you paint it, you're like, oh. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you do add a few throw pillows or curtains or whatever the case is. And I'm not saying you got to go out and buy things. It's just, I rearrange my house all the time. It's like I can shop in my own home by moving trinkets around. It's amazing. It's just, I love it. But it's that sensation of coming into it and be like, oh, maybe I can just add some white flowers or a different area carpet or move a chair. And it's like very feng shui, of rearranging frequencies, and or just saying, okay, I've tried. I don't like the blue walls. I'm going to change the blue walls. I'm not going to try and pretend it's okay. I tried. I'm out. All right. Closing out messages, we have here Ace of Wands. Taking the stick, the magic wand of creation, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Whatever you want wants you. Sacral chakra energy as well coming through. We have here the Chariot and the Ten of Swords. I want to note as well that it kind of has this feeling. So you're going to choose a direction, however this is landing for you in whatever channel. You are going to not only walk in whatever direction of the sundial that feels good to you. And it's almost like I'm watching one of those time-lapse videos of plants, like we think they're still, but if you time-lapse them, they're actually, moving. And also like sunflowers, how they'll follow the sun. A very North Star kind of feel. And I also, I want to acknowledge with compassion that when we're feeling blue and the world just looks like poo and maybe we feel like poo, can we turn that poo into manure? Compost that. And compost takes some time. And let that sundial, whether it's hours, days, weeks, etc. And this isn't permission to, take advantage either. And maybe in some regard, you're noticing where maybe you feel you've been taken advantage of by people, places, or things, and our accountability in that alignment, so that maybe it does serve for us to feel a certain way. And I'm only saying this in regards to, it's come up with the Ten of Swords and the card 11 here of everything is a reflection and holding up the mirror. And we might, when we're having those blue days, it might be really beautiful and lovely to surrender and say, you know what? I'm going to have a nice bath today, take a long shower. I'm going to go for a car ride and get a coffee and listen to the radio. I'm going to put my phone down and everything will be okay, right? Everything will be okay. We don't need to poo-poo feeling blue. We can acknowledge it and turn that into into manure, which the lotus will grow. Gorgeous. All right, last two cards and then I'll let you go. I will see you at your choices. Three of Swords coming in. There we go. Okay. And last but not least, we have here Ace of Pentacles. Look at this more. Like, stop. There's so, like, look at the archway. Not only is it like gateway activity, this is archway activity. The arches. In the Cave of Rivers with the Three of Swords there and card 1, what you want wants you. feeling the heartaches and the heartbreaks in whatever realms this is in. Again, we acknowledge them. We nurture them. You put a Band-Aid on it, some polysporin. And we do things to soothe. And then focus on what it is that you do love. If my finger's hurting, okay, I'm going to do the things. My heart is hurting. The breakup sucks. I'm going to feel that. But it's also not going to stop me from acknowledging. I'm really grateful that while I'm crying, I have Kleenex to blow my stuffy nose, or that I have the day to curl up on the couch with some popcorn and watch movies, or call a friend. There's something really beautiful here in all of this. And I'm going to acknowledge that you also start and end with Ayui me, an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Pentacles. That sundial feel again is there. 2 aces, more 11s, 11, the 22. There's another 1 there. And I also, yeah, okay. I won't, yeah, that's crazy. Okay. That was like an internal thing there. Whoop. It's like the Three Stooges just went off in my head. And I was like, you know, they do like whoop. Wah, all that kind of crazy stuff. That just happened in that moment. All right, cheers. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. I will see you at your choices, or I will see you again next Saturday, I believe. All right, so much love. Bye. Number 2, let's go. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below, drop an emoji or your choice, like, share, subscribe, all the kind of warm and fuzzies. All right. Let's dive in. I do need my goggles for this. Well, I actually needed my goggles for the other one too, but here we are. All right. Did you ever play the game Topple when you were a kid? And Jax, if that's a name. And there's something else. It kind of reminds me of the movie Inception, where he has that top thing that he spins to let him know what layer of reality he's in. The feeling here is watching you grow. There's a birth guide here. Somebody, like, while you have your team, your own collective of sorts, you are the representative of this collective that has decided to incarnate. Please know that this is a masterful position, while a master also being a perpetual student, but the fact that you have done this so the collective of your spirit team can be here with you and provide their expertise, because you have at least 4 of them that are here watching, have been watching you grow in whatever capacity. I also want to note they are acknowledging whatever deaths you've been through as well. This does feel personal in regards to, you know, personal dark nights of the soul, different versions of you, all that kind of good stuff. I also want to know if this message is for one, thank you for holding space for them to receive, that if there has been at least 3 to 4 significant people that have passed in your lifetime, and I want you to know, as they like are very much so with you, like they're here, like they're just here. They understand something about loneliness and moving through grief, but I'm seeing it like dominoes, so they might have happened like in a close proximity of years. Okay, there is something more space-like as well. There is a guardian coming forward. The closest thing I'm going to say, I don't know if it's actually extraterrestrial or interdimensional. Maybe they're one of the same. I'm not entirely sure in this moment. Or if it's like a jacuzzi is a hot tub, but a hot tub isn't a jacuzzi. So I don't know if it's extraterrestrial or interdimensional. You might also be a really good astral traveler. Okay, so now I feel like I'm in a different land. Yeah, I'd like a different planet. Structures look different here. Like if I could mash the Flintstones and the Jetsons together, you have followed the White Rabbit. I'm being welcomed to a place or this planet of perception, whether it's astral traveling in meditations, connecting with ancestors. There's so many landscapes here. So please follow the one that fits you best. Okay. Yep, we'll add on that. Thank you. And let's start the shaman's palm. There is protection. When I say protection, there's like towers. When people build like in their towns or villages, and they will build towers like lookouts. Cave of ice. There's something else trying to speak to me, but oh, thank you. They're mushrooms and they're dropping spores. Yep, that's what that is. So you might have a connection to mycelium. Pieces of you once buried. In the Cave of Ice is forgiveness coming through. But you know me, I'm going to read art first. So follow the word or the artistry if anything stands out. I feel like I am watching a glacier. No, I'm still... Okay, yeah. Let me get my bearings here. You have really fast access. I'm just going to say some of it might be to the Akasha and also the Shadow Scrolls. Again, this interdimensional kind of whatnots. So there, I don't know if it's this planet in your perception or the way you're able to perceive things or with your spirit team. But I'm in a planet or like that feels like a spa where a glacier has melted and become a beautiful waterfall. And I'm witnessing this there because there's something happening in the beauty of the waterfall, like the negative ions that come out and make us feel refreshed and full. So forgiveness has like de-thawed on myself, and in like the most beautiful way. Things are flowing. It's not like a dam has broken and whoosh, there's chaos. This feels like all the years and eons and lifetimes that have been what may appear to be erosion have actually been creating this really nice pool and cliffs and lands. Oh my goodness. What appeared to be erosion was creating the container and conditions to receive overflow from like this galactic kind of feel of this galactic glacier. And I'm only saying galactic because it feels like it's infused with I don't know, just a substance. And that erosion in time of this land and the glacier has melted, and the overflow, or now has, because of this erosion, the canal to be captured and enjoyed and shared. And now it makes sense. Do you see? It's like, oh, now it makes sense. Forgiveness, like de-thawed, no longer binding me in a frozen state. You, me, of course. And you get to witness all of that work that maybe you've been doing in some capacity: personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, past lives, future lives, blah, blah, blah. And you get to witness this flow from the forgiveness. Cave of Winds. Passion. Oh yeah, I'm all sorts of passion here. There's all sorts of passion. I'm going to flip the scroll as well. Fire and water, but look at this. Yes, yes. And this it like puts a pep in your step. This isn't about always being happy or high vibe. This is about being high vibe and the capacity to do that when you're miserable. Because it doesn't, the mood isn't the, like the mood ring of all that is. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that well. But your mood doesn't change your high vibe. This has already happened. The forgiveness is already flowing with water. And now it's like the fire in our minds can just be like, yes. Now it's like volcano-y. I love it. Something about a key. But it's like left hand, right hand, each holding a key. And then the heart is like the third key and they all turn at once. Excuse me. There's all these eyes looking in towards the spirit center, and something about the spine, the fluid that runs in the spine, and also something about sinuses. But their face is there and they're looking. I heard specifically, here's looking to you, kid, or something like that. Blessings. Is this you looking at your blessings? Cave of hearth fires, receiving. And you know what the wonderful thing about this is? In the hand here is some fire of your passion, but it's surrounded by this flowing substance. Okay, so however you might relate to this word, please change the word out to what your language is. But this is like Christ consciousness. I don't even know if I've ever said that before. This is your blessing. Blessed be, blessed be. I don't know if you're even going to believe it. You might be like, what? Cave of rivers. The mycelium here is the spores of the mycelium of the mushrooms. It's creating more. It's regenerative. So maybe you can expect some regeneration. And I mean that like feeling rejuvenated. Cave of Rivers is empowerment. Oh, I think this birth guide is here as well. That we were talking about earlier, the spirit in the center from the other side. Cave of Earth. Protection. I'm telling you, you're protected. You've got those watchtowers. And whatever you are, if you are expecting a child, impregnating yourself with, male or female, this is interdimensional. I don't know how else to say it. The name Mary could mean something to you. You do have here Mother, Maiden, Crone. This is a circle of friends, but it's a sacred circle of feminine energy that I feel like that's kind of like happening around me, but it's happening around my masculine energy. That's how I'm receiving it. And it feels like this emanation, like the Care Bear stare, but it's toward my masculine energy. But how you express and move through that is personal for you. I feel like, have you ever thought about getting a massage, not when something hurts, but when, like, to compound feeling good? It's like going for a massage when you feel good and you're like, you know what? I'm going to get a massage now, not because something's hurting or I'm aching. It's like doubling down on the blessings. That's what yeah, it's just how it feels. Actually, you know what? I know. Okay, I will pull out some of these cards because that was the deck that I pulled out intuitively, but there's another deck staring at me that wants to be seen, so that's your treat. 1. Agarthans, manifesting multidimensional perception and attunement. Do you see how in this card, like all these Orbeez and all the Orbeez, something feels very comfortable here. Blue avians, sorry, weird noise. I might have to go check it out. Blue avians, philosophy, releasing karma, and mysticism. More Orbeez. And last but not least, we have here pentagram, 35, harmony, protection, and idealism. Got you covered. But I think there is something being covered up for some time. And now this is in flow. It's in flow state. Attuning to a flow state. Sinuses and the back body. It's fluid. It's a fluid of forgiveness. Okay. And the Judas tree is coming out. Your own passion may cause you suffering. Keep alert to what is not yet in sight. Danger can be avoided. The Judas tree, seduction. I think this is in regards to this protection. And I just heard the knowing what knowledge is not for me. So, and maybe it's part of the mycelium of the spawning of just because something is popular or like mob mentality doesn't necessarily mean it resonates with you or it's a good fit for you. And to have the strength to protect your ecosystem and your energy of that. And you won't be seduced. But I also kind of want to note here that, you know, if you want love and forgiveness and all this kind of good stuff, okay, not being seduced by power, that is, I think you've already been through it before. I'm trying to be sensitive here because it's like maybe you've interacted with people, places, or things, jobs, partners, whomever, even ourselves, and has abused power somehow over. It does feel like an over somebody, you know, projecting power over, like very tyranny or whatever the case is. And if we've done that in our own way, to learn that, we can forgive ourselves to say, okay, moving forward, I choose not to do that, or to expand and share your power, however you want to do it. But I feel like you might have also been through someone or something that was like that, very abusive in their power. But ironically, it was like hinging on you, which should let you know how powerful you are. And you recognize that now, so you can't be seduced by that. I'll just say, you're not seduced by it. Okay. Your other tree card that came through is the Tree of Heaven. Card 1, Aspiration. Aim high, gifts of heaven will be granted to you. Dream, plan, and believe. All the Orbeez of heaven here. All the Orbeez of spirit. You aim higher, and we have fruitfulness coming in last but not least. Card 20, the quince tree. I was picking quince at the flower farm this year. Fruitfulness. Seeds that hold their ground today bear the fruits of present and future happiness. I also want to note there's something about the quince, symbolically speaking. I'm going to say if it does stand out to you, maybe give it a Google of its spiritual meaning or symbology. If I recall, like slicing it, there's like a star in the center, and it might actually have something to do with I don't know. That's the thing. I want to say, but I don't know. Anyway, quince, if the quince stands out to you. All right. I hope this did. And also, there's a sharing here, sharing the fruits of your labor, but being mindful and almost like protective of who you share it with, again, because you know that you've already been through the other seductive power players that really hold more insecurity. It's like overcompensating for an insecurity. So now you see the insecurity and you're like, no, we're not doing that. All right. Okay. I hope that made sense. I hope this would serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. Clear your throat. And I will see you on your next choice. And if not, I will see you next Saturday. So much love. Bye. Let's go number 3. Here is your scroll. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below. Drop an emoji, whatever feels good, as we're all the oracles, readers, seers, and we can nurture our interconnected nature. All right, first things first, I'm just going to say it. Shepherds. There's shepherds coming in. There's also knowledge coming down to you. I easily, like in an easy way, could say like, oh, it's like downloads. It's in the spirit of, but no. Like, I want to say, yeah, because it kind of, it hints at it. But it's something different. So that's not helpful, I'm sure. Okay, so I'll say spirit on tap. Yeah, I can say that. A world unto yourself is coming through. Doesn't matter which way you choose or go, the benefits are the same. Believe there are benefits. There's also a thought bubble here. And I feel like I'm going to fill in that thought bubble. But it's like a whiteboard thought bubble, which is really kind of interesting. So it's not permanent. It's a space, a canvas to play. It's not even a canvas, but it's in that same kind of realm. The whiteboard is the perfect way I saw it. There are alligators here. There's falling leaves, crunching of leaves. Okay, one moment. It's like there's two things that want your attention, or two people that want your attention. Again, they feel like they're the same. They might feel like they're different, but I feel like they're the same. They don't know that, or maybe you're trying to look at it. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Maybe this is also in regards to, self, masculine, feminine energies, the above, so below. Because there is like this access thing happening here. It's spirit on tap. Did I say that earlier? I'm going to say it again. Also, something about your fingertips. Like, even just seeing how this card here in the 2 of Cups, see how it's like pouring out? And it's pouring out here. It's on tap. There's that art thing that people do. It's called like dipping or something like that. Like, they put all these colors and then they like dip things. Something about dipping things. In the Cave of Winds is 3 of Pentacles. If 3 of Pentacles means anything to you, please follow that. I'm going to read the art first. Okay, so my masculine energy is here, feminine energy, and my inner child. The inner child has not had the experience of the adolescence, even though, it grows through that. But this seems to be a very specific point in my mind anyway. But my masculine and feminine energies, I, you, and me, of course, they have they're from the child moving through adolescence, young adulthood to now. So there's not only 3 different awarenesses here, because it's the child's, okay, what is happening over here? Sorry, my husband's texting me. The child's connection to consciousness is easy because it's not harbored yet or diminished by adulting goals and accomplishments. Well, they're all great things. I don't want to poo-poo them. So it's really interesting here. So something you might have this message is for one, thank you for holding space. If your parents passed when you were young, please know that they're still very much so with you and connecting with you in your creations, because you are a part of their creation. And I'm just going to say they help you. They help you. I don't know if you see them helping you in the same way that if they were physical and still in the animated realm, but spiritually they're like looking around at your I don't know, they're helping you. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Something about the child having a connection, the inner child as we would call it. Is not I don't want to use negative words like diminished or blocked or closed off to the adulting goals and accomplishments, desires and dreams. The connection's just different. It's vast. It's less conformed. So it's open. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. And maybe that's in that thought bubble of this whiteboard. Green means go. Cave of Hearth Fires. I'll give you a flip in a moment. There's also something about giraffes and cobras. The Hierophant. Look at that staircase. I'm going to put that staircase, that white light here. Boop. Now the Hierophant may mean something to you. Please follow that. Okay. Hero of the Heart. The Laughing Buddha. I'm going to say it again. Spirit on tap. Spirit on tap. Somebody might want to keep an eye out on dripping pipes or dripping faucets. Clean water. Clean water. For those that are in heaven, or your concept of heaven, smile upon you. Proud. I was going to swear there, but proud as a peach. Proud as a peach. And you should be very proud of yourself as well. You should be proud of yourself. Have some humor in the human experience. Don't let the structure diminish that. The structures and the programs at place. Okay, flip it. Yes. All right. Cleanse the palette. Plant hooks. Upside down tomato plants. I heard I love you. We have here the High Priestess in the Cave of Rivers. There's that flow. It's like on tap. Okay, I'll just stop saying it. Something about hangers that you would hang your clothes on. Snowmen. Rattlesnake. They make a noise. I feel like this is helpful in this moment. they rattle. It's almost like having a spiritual security system in place that will make a sound or a noise, like any security system. Something will happen, a light, a this, a that, but this rattlesnake rattles to let me know. It is in the more emotional or it's energetic realm and the earthly realm. The devil. That maybe when there's an energy around that is tempting. Okay, thank you. It's the access thing again. Because of your happy access, I'm not saying that you haven't put effort towards it, but it's kind of like it looks like you make it look easy, like it's easy or natural. And there might be other energies that want it, that want this access from you. They're takers. They take. But there must be a permission for that to happen. Okay. And if this message is just for one, thank you for holding space. But I also think it's a really bold example that one can be happy, doing your thing, creating life, weaving and working. And you make it look easy. Or maybe you're just one of those people that you're like, I'm just good, man. I'm just good. And then this rattlesnake that seems to be serving as a protector rattles when this energy is like, give it to me where I want it. But give me permission. Give me access to your access. I will gain access through you. And you're like, but the rattlesnake is like, So that you can choose, of course. Is this making sense? Where did I go on this? 3 of Cups just popped out as well. All right, let's I don't even know where I went there. That was a weird little side story. Beautiful though. Okay. Something about the moon when it's bright. Oh, when the moon is bright. It's like a warm, sunny day, a cool, moonlit night. Activation. Humans discovering fire in Africa. This is just inherently in you. This access that's going on in here. And I think you might be an activator for others. If they so choose. Even if they are activated to get a taste of the access and they're like, I don't like it. And you're like, okay. But their energy still stepped into it. It's like dipping a toe. Sorry, there's a woman over here. She has a longer neck. She's quite thin in the face. Her hair is up, not like in the mesh like mine. More closer like bun style. I feel like she's buried under a tree, or her ashes were placed under a tree. She hears, I don't know if you go to this tree or talk to this tree. And something about a piece of clothing or cloth or something along that lines. Very interesting. Trust. The Polynesian voyage in the Pacific Ocean. 41. I trust in how I'm feeling in this moment because I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. And I feel like I am trusting all versions of me. The masculine, the feminine, the child. I also want to know that the backs are turned to this temptation. Possibly even a temptation to revert into some emotional turmoil. Something about togas, pure white cloths. "35 Reflection, Mount Shasta in California." Oh, there's that moon. Right in there. And it was this one with the Hierophant. We put it that way when the scroll was the other way. Interesting. The arms of glasses. Is that what these are called? The arms? Behind the ears? Something about earrings. Maybe your ears are ringing a lot as well. Or when they do, take notice. Maybe it's also or is it tinnitus? Strength. Joan of Arc. I just heard the song from the Beastie Boys in my head. You gotta fight for your right to party. I suppose if you want to fight, if you want to fight, you're going to get a fight. So there's that. But in the space when I'm reeling into it, because actually it's like the hook, I heard hook, line, and sinker. And what is on the end of fish hooks? You put different things at the end of the fish hooks that attract different kinds of fish. I know nothing about fishing, but I'm assuming this is a thing considering it's coming forward. Maybe it's different kind of lures, shiny objects, worms, bait, right, to go fishing. I don't know where I was in there. Okay, so there's something like sorcery here. But I don't know if it's necessarily in the way that I might, as Steph, lean into sorcery. I don't know. And maybe that's an accuse of your spiritual abilities or the way you're tapped in. If it's not spiritual on tap, you know what I mean? Like whenever, and getting drunk on the spirits of things. So there could also be an alcohol thing here with this whole spirit on tap construct that's coming through my head, symbolically speaking. This is your strong ability and connection to spirit, like you're tapped in, just tapped in. And I want to acknowledge that you've probably gone through some emotional, I'm going to call it turmoil, but I don't want to kind of give it that power, but I also don't want to diminish it if you're like, damn right, I've been through some turmoil, and there's power in that. Like there's, we receive something from being like, I want to acknowledge how bad this felt, and I'm also trying to not be a douche and be like, oh, it's nothing. But whatever it is, I'm understanding in this moment how it's serving. You know what I mean? It's like in trauma bonding of sorts. And it's like, I don't want to lead with, oh, it was so bad what I went through, and it empowers the vindication or the healing. I'm really probably not saying this well, but it's almost like I'm acknowledging, yeah, I went through that hard thing. And at the moment, it was very fiery and fight and persevere and approving. Okay. But now, as I reflect on that, it's the strength is infused and imbued. So there's no proving or pushing or shoving around it. I have no idea where I'm at. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging it. Because I think there's a strength here that you have and hold that is revered and respected for what you have gone through, chosen to experience, to have this strength. But I'm noticing in this moment, I'm like, but what does strength look like? Is it big muscles? You know, for like weightlifting, it's like, oh, look at those big muscles. They're so strong. But then maybe you look at like a ballerina who's quite slender and damn, they're so strong. So what is strong? What does that look like? For you, I, you, we, me, of course. Okay. Abundance. The hanging gardens of Babylon. And we talked about the upside down hanging plants of the tomatoes, specifically tomatoes. If tomatoes mean anything to you, please follow that. And the reflection pool here of the heart. The as above, so below. If you have been wandering into, protection is on the bottom. And maybe that's sometimes when we do call in to have a certain strength look a certain way that's more familiar to somebody else, to be like, no go. You know, they're like, oh, but they're so passive or they're so lovely. They're not going to see me coming. Rattlesnake. Just because you don't see that strength the way somebody else might know strength, whatever the strength is, emotional strength, energetic, spirit strength, doesn't mean it's not there, right? Anyway, again, no idea where I'm at here, but it's an amazing adventure of abundance and how things can be dried out, hung as a reminder as well. When I was in that sorcery space, it's like walking into, again, I don't necessarily want it to have a poo feel, but to be very spiritually in your source, in your sourcedom. But it has something to do in the spirit of sorcery. Okay, I'm going to add on one more card here and then I'm going to let you go. And I got to go check out what that sound was. All right. Okay, your last card to close out this pick a card, thank you for being here, is Paradisical. You belong to paradise. Oh, look at that. It kind of matches my headband today. And this paradise is of you. You are the spirit. I also think some of you might have psychopomp stuff going on because there's the lilies in here is speaking to spirits and helping them move over the threshold or cross thresholds. Okay, so they don't even need to be quote unquote dead people here. Maybe this is part of how you offer things, different perspectives through the eyes of people, just by you being you, or maybe there is an instruction, etc., to help others cross their own thresholds of perception of what strong looks like, or sorcery, or activation, what trust looks like, etc. Because I keep saying, like, what does that look like, right? The strong man, strong woman, the ballerina or the weightlifter, whatever the case is. Oh, you're so emotionally strong. Why? Because you can withstand horrible things being said or done to you, and you don't react, or you don't lash out. And is that lashing out, you know, well, when we can say to ourselves, it's like, well, of course they lashed out. Like, look what they've been through. Or, oh, because you didn't say anything, it's just, you're so strong. And it's like, again, there's all of these things. And it's like, oh my goodness, what is the way? What is the way that you want that to be? Because I think just by you being you in your natural state of awareness activates other people to maybe have strong reflections of themselves. And it can sometimes be very like fireworks, and other times it can be very soothing and flowing, and it's like, oh, let me feel that for a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? So what these things look like to you and how they are around you. Okay. And when I say paradise, what does that invoke in you? What is the vision? What is the feel? Paradisical paradise. All right. I hope this would serve, inspire, educate, or entertain. Thank you so, so much for being here. And I will see you again, most likely next Saturday. So until then, so much love. Bye.